Hello everyone, it's another week of Garden Goodies, and we're doing something again that we did earlier this year, but a different version. Yes, you might remember we had some mustard earlier from mustard seeds that I collected last fall, but now we have some mustard greens that are growing in the garden here, and you know what? I didn't plant these. These are all from seeds that dropped last year. So very easy to grow, mustard greens. They just reseed themselves every year. Once I pick these up, the other plants in the garden can grow. And you don't need much in the way of fertilizer or any care for these mustard greens. You just have to weed them, and we're going to pick some, and we're going to have a mustard green pesto with a few other things as well. Some wild stuff that's growing out in the yard behind me.
Justin, the coolest thing about this is we have had no rain, but
well,
things are doing okay.
It grew. Yeah, and you know, some other greens that you can always use this time of year, wild greens, most things that grow in your yard are edible and they taste okay. Like I mixed in some broadleaf plantain in here. It's kind of like spinach, you know, it kind of tastes like that, except it's a little bit more bitter. And you can see here on the shot, we've got the pesto on toast. And we've got little asparagus spears for dipping too. It's a fun way to use vegetables that you might have around whatever's in season. Different ways to, and you can make pretty much pesto with any type of green.
Okay,
a lot of people use basil. That's the most familiar pesto. But if you have other things growing like the mustard greens, I could have used a little bit more mustard greens to bring out the flavor. I didn't have quite as many, so I had to fill it in with some of the wild stuff like the plantain. You can eat leaves of dandelions, you can eat burdock root and different things like that. It all kind of grows in your lawn.
Interesting.
It is interesting, yeah.
Wow.
So that I put the plantain in here and it's pretty good.
It's delicious. Very good. And of course, we will have this recipe on the website so you can try it for yourself. Let us know what you think. Don't go anywhere. Your top stories are coming up next.